Well, InCall is the inbound and outbound customer service center. We basically specialize in what's called direct response, so that would be infomercial companies. We've been in business for almost 3 years. All of our clients are in that area, so we take not only customer service, but we sell products on the phone. We do outbound sales also on these products. So we pretty much have a niche of what's called direct response. A number of agents that we employ, at this time we're about 85 people. We started out with about 2 agents in Costa Rica, San Jose, and we're at 85 right now. We are 24 hours from Monday to Friday, and Saturday and Sunday we basically have regular, I guess 9 to 5 hours for all our calls. We use the Callfinity Contacts IP system for all our inbound and outbound calls that we make. The majority, I would say, 96% are inbound calls of some kind. We're doing as I said, not only the customer service, but we are also now starting to take inbound sales calls off of the actual commercials that are shown on television. The advantage of the Contacts IP system is that we're able to handle whatever volume comes in, especially on the commercials on television, because you're dealing with spikes. So what happens is you might get 150 calls, 200 calls in 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Which is a little different from the customer service side, where you might get that number of calls in an hour. So we've had no issues, no limitations. As a matter of fact, it's been actually quite easy to implement on both protocols. We used 2 other vendors before we started with Callfinity. Both were in the U.S., and ironically on the East Coast as well. So before we found Callfinity, we were using, you were recommended by someone who was using you in Costa Rica, so that's how I was able to connect with you. The reason we switched over to Callfinity versus the vendors we were using was really a matter of service levels and flexibility. Fortunately, my intention was never to have a 500 or 1,000 seat call center. My intention was always to have a call center that was a niche, maybe 100 to 150 people. But what happened is the other vendors that we use, they just didn't think that we would grow as fast as we did, I guess. And so we started to tap out, 3 months into using them, meaning that we're having bandwidth issues, we were having quality issues, we were having problems getting the reporting that we needed. So those are the things that happened right away with the other carriers that we had, and so those are the questions I asked when we started to talk with Callfinity. Those are the questions that I was most concerned about, and didn't have really any of those issues, which was a huge relief for me, certainly, and for the supervisors and for our clients, because we were able to get them what they needed, and we didn't have any of the really quality issues. And I mean quality meaning the reporting, quality meaning the voice quality on the calls. There were a lot of bandwidth problems that affected the quality of the actual call with our prior vendors that we did not have, and never really had. Never had. With Callfinity. I would recommend Callfinity very strongly. When we started working with your company, I guess it's 2008, I believe, early 2008, maybe end of 2007, early 2008. We really have had no concerns, no hindrances. That's maybe a better word, because sometimes when I first started with another hosted solution, there were a lot of limitations, and to the point where we had to find something else because we were growing in a way that they weren't able to really provide the service we needed. So we've had no issues like that whatsoever. Working with the IT support team has been great, very responsive, very professional, and I think it's really been a great partnership for us.